What's going on with everybody? We're here back for another podcast where we're going to be recapping the group's trip to CCS, touching on some Ink invitational lists, move on to the ladies tournament at CCS. But first, we'll open up with how was your guys' experience at CCS?
For me personally, I had a good day. I think I started off pretty hot. I won my first two matches. I got paired into Emerald, Sea Dogs, and then I played against Amber Steel, and then against Amber Steel again. The third one resulted in a loss. Fourth match, I played Blurple. I won. Fifth match, I played Blurple again. I lost. And then I played Blue Green, Emerald, Sapphire. I won that to round out day one, X2. The next day, I lost. I won against another Amber Still deck, and then I lost against a Blurple deck in the last round. No, I lost to an Amber Emerald Hyper Aggro deck in the last round. It's different than the Sea Dogs because it's not using the under the sea line and none of the minus like the Scrump.
Yeah.
But I got Lady 3 times to grab back Double Daisy 3 times, so it was like pretty rough.
Yeah.
And I was also 1-7 on die rolls.
I was about to ask, did we win rolls?
I was sorry. I was 2 and 8 by the end, or 2 and 9, 2 out of 9 by the end of it.
Yeah, that will do it.
Yeah. Finished 79th or 78th, one of the two. Just got my 5 points, but we'll improve on that for next time. You're muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Doesn't want to talk about his experience.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't want to. So what happened was, for me, it was one of those things where I went in round one. I got paired into the mirror. I won the die roll, so I'm like, oh, I'm there. I'm in it. And proceeded to win game one and then lose game 2 and 3 of that round. I just didn't have the answers. I mean, I guess it was just like my shuffling tactics or something, but I was getting bricks. Round two, it was against a very different Emerald Sapphire deck. It had like Max Goof and things like that to search like for Mother Knows Best out of deck, so you could pop it more than once. I won the die roll on that. I lost the die roll on that one, and I won 2-0. So that was like, I thought at that point, my whole day is going to turn around. This is it for me.
We're in there.
I was very wrong. I proceeded to just next round, I went against Sapphire Steel, and he had just scars out, and I just couldn't answer the board fast enough, and he just got me.
How many cards did he draw in one turn?
I think he drew like 8 in one turn, but it was just a fast game for on his side that it didn't even matter.
Yeah, see that.
I do have a nice piano. It's really good.
Yeah.
I play it.
He'll play it for us later.
So then after that, everything was just honestly like just mirror after mirror. I just kept going down further and further. I ended up like 4 and 6 by the end of the day. Ended up like 283rd place. I didn't have a good CCS. It was fun hanging out with everybody and like, looking at all the stuff, buying everything, hanging out with friends, watching everyone else do a lot better than I did, just there for support. But it was not my greatest moments at a CCS. So
did you feel
Go ahead.
confident going into it?
Lord, the website that we shall talk about definitely at points made me very like, I got this. This is great. And then inviting people over to test and just getting bodied by my wife over and over again, and then getting bodied by our goat Dom. It wasn't a good feeling. So from there, going to CCS, I was like rooting for everybody, and I kind of knew like I might be at a disadvantage, just mentally, and like just the inability to actually shuffle my deck well. So, bodied by my wife. Yeah, my
Yes.
wife is a lot better than me at this card game, guys. So it is something that constantly happens. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did pretty well, right, during the main
yeah,
event.
she went what
Solid at least.
6-3, top what 90th, top 90th.
Yeah,
She got her
playing
points,
Emerald
something like that.
Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I would
she
have
did.
took.
Yeah, she definitely did a great job practicing with that and playing with it. So it was really she got 86. Got her 5 points and everything from there. So I'm very proud of her, and so is everybody else. She did wonderful.
Yeah, one of the
So
things I definitely was sad about missing that I'm gone was I wanted to see Ashton play a new deck because when she was really about Amber Steel, she was like so into getting better and like trying new stuff, and it was great to see. And I was like, what is she gonna do now? And she went a
and
route I did not expect and
yeah,
succeeded.
someone else like she saw you play it before you left, and then a lot of people were talking about it. I know Corey and Zark were talking about it. She saw you play it, and she was like, I want to give it a try. I want to give this a whirl. She played it, and she absolutely loved making people mad.
I love
Her
that.
favorite part is just like being able to under the seas and then bend you, and it's just like
Yeah,
sick. Let's go to game two.
it's peak bullying. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a. I confused my last two rounds. I lost my round 8, won my round 9. My round 9 was against Sapphire still, and it was the most toxic of like matchup I had because game 1, I finally won the die roll for the second time that day or that like for that event, and I remember that because my opponent was on played a Scar, I Hades it. They played the Tinkerbell, I Hades it. They played something else, I Hades it, and then I won the game. And then the next game, they play a Scar, I Hades it. I sang second star, and my second star was Into the Unknown, Into the Unknown, Into the Unknown, Elsa, like Tipo or something, some relevant card. So the next turn he like quested his board and I sang Into the Unknown 3 times and then tapped down his last card to take out with Elsa, and I was like, that felt so toxic.
I
Sounds like
believe that. It
a
sounded
triple
bad.
removal.
Zeke played Blue Steel, got absolutely wrecked by Amethyst Still and the Amethyst Sapphire.
Yeah,
That sounds like the tale of the day. I think the going forward, I feel like most blue stills will go away from like the Scar support like version and be more on like the Atlas give something ward
Peakly, yeah, like just dropping
line.
huge bodies.
yeah.
That's what,
Sapphire Steel is definitely interesting, but they are struggling to draw cards at the moment, so it's not very consistent.
For
yeah.
sure. And then I think just honorable mentions for Dom, who came with us, our goat. He ended up 63rd. Mets also ended up in 66th at 6-3. I finished
Ruby
79th.
Ann,
And then only Ruby M player that I know of that even got
yeah,
close.
I was shocked when I heard that.
And then
Phenomenal.
Zarek finished 100th, and Nate finished at 129, just outside of top 128, just missing points, unfortunately. But
And that being Dom
Rough.
and Nate's first CCS
Yep,
experience.
yeah,
wanted to shout that out.
So
And
they did phenomenal going in. So
you
kudos
love
for
to see
them.
that thriving in your first event. Good players always getting better.
Love to see it.
we're growing up, people around us always feels good. Um, Chris, a funny story from the 5K. Chris from Team Smash, got bodied by a Sapphire Princess deck because they shifted Aurora so that they my favorite day was when I lost against that Princess deck. He like got it. They shifted Aurora. He Elsa the Aurora to tap it down so he could into the unknown it. Forgot to into the unknown it. The next turn, his opponent played another Aurora, so
You're
he
locked.
could never interact with anything on their board and just lost the game.
Oh, it gets. But the craziest part is they played the Snow White that says you can't challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
So they were just like Snow White, Snow White, Snow White, Snow White,
Slow
Snow
burn.
White.
So I'm gonna get you here 2 at a time.
Just praying that you can find some 2 questions to race and like hope for the best.
That's
It
funny.
was the funniest moment that we heard while we were there. It cracked us all up.
Yeah.
You love to see princesses taking dubs.
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah.
I was also like, I guess to get into like the Top Cut recap, it was crazy to see like how close like some of the builds we were testing were to some of the lists that like performed really well. Like I think between my list and the Humbles list, not the one that I actually ended up playing at the event, but I was testing right before because I made some last minute changes, and I shouldn't have. I should have just trusted my gut. But I'm pretty sure we were like 2 cards different. I was on Visions and he was on Develops, and he was on 3 second star and I was only on 2. So, but that was like crazy to see how similar our lists were. So I think the format is like getting into a nice spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then like a really unsung hero card that everybody like talking to people before this that just dogged on it was the Baymax, and then like just people using it more and more. Just seeing that card blow up even more makes me very happy to see.
Love that. Great card.
Get into some set 8,
list here.
set 9.
Man, I just got bodied. I just got bodied by this list on the other website.
So this is Chad. Chad is, I'm pretty sure this is the Chad that's local to our area.
I believe so.
And
definitely comes to events in our area.
Yeah, given the 2 Ds on the Chad. Looks like he played Hyper Aggro.
That's what he's about.
He does like Hyper Aggro. I remember at the Fire and Ice tournament that we hosted, he played the Blue Steel aggro deck into Top Cut there as well.
He is the man who, good job, Piglet, you came back on me. And I was like, sick. You got it, bro.
It's only questing for 8. No big deal.
You can come back.
No.
But I think the interesting decision here for me is the Prince. It looks like they were willing to, I guess, with playing the Snow White instead of some of the other aggro cards. It was like they were able to cut down on inkables.
What is that? I mean, that's like what? Still 4, 8, 12, 10, 14, 6, right? 14? I'm really bad at math, guys. So
Yeah,
get help me out here. Yeah, I'm really bad.
4 Tiana, 4 Nala, 2 Prince.
Yeah. Playing the Prince over the Gym Deer, which I think is a solid pivot. I think the 1 extra health is pretty substantial. A lot of things in the meta are like 4/6 for whatever. Like Iago, for example, is like a 4/6, and then Cobra is a 4/4. So those are like your bigger bodies, and I feel like in the meta right now, and not being able to 1-tap this or needing to use your 1-drop and hypnotic strength to challenge it. If they have the Tiana out, you have to have the ink to do both. So
yeah, was the Tiana ever annoying for you guys over the weekend?
Not for me. I played Basil and Rafiki in my list, so I was like, I can support, pay the 3, kill it, or banish it, whatever. So it wasn't unknown. It wasn't a big deal for me. I don't like Into the Unknown in aggro just because like if they have a dock, I'm probably getting cooked. But if I had to Into the Unknown it, I would.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an issue for me. I could definitely see it being an issue for some decks. I know later when we talked to Tanya, she also encountered a similar deck list in the women's tournament. So
I think the only other thing different about this one is not a lot of them, or not all of them, play the John Silver. But I think it's a nice add here. And then Snow
Yeah,
White, obviously.
Yeah, I think so. That just not being able to like you just pop it in, not the challenge. You can just quest freely. This is really good.
John Silver is definitely my op in this deck. Every time I feel like I'm about to turn the corner. They're just like, John Silver, you can't challenge the character you clearly want to challenge with. Like the elephant, they're like, oh, you can't challenge this elephant. I'm like,
yeah, it seems pretty good.
Sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
But good job, Chad.
Is always good. Yeah, good job to Chad.
Snow White, you can't challenge it. Pretty annoying.
That's such a brutal card.
And then we got another North Carolina local, Mitch from the Uninkables guys, out of Raleigh, also piloting Hyper Aggro. See a little bit more here of like the Jim Deere line we're used to seeing, and then he opted to play Fire the Cannons, probably to just out those 1-drop 3 Challenger 3s or 2 Challenger 2s in the hook.
I'm sure the 1-drop Basil was very annoying for him.
Stops a lot of stuff.
Helps insulate your play lines more. So, because if you don't have, like, he's not playing the Aurora, so it's not like he's cheating the Tiana out on 2. He's probably going Daisy, Nala, Tiana. And then if they don't have the Fire the Cannons or Strength that they can sing on 3, or Nala is getting 1-tapped by those challenge 1-drops. So, just like I said, it helps facilitate and protect that play line a lot.
Yeah, I'd like the cannon inclusion. I'd probably be more on that way than the Uninkable bodyguard.
You can look at Jeremy Bertheroni. He was the solo top 8, finishing in top 4 Sapphire Emerald player.
This is
again very similar list to what we were testing, with the exception of Donald Duck. I understand the reasoning for playing it, being a 2/5 that quest for 2, helping you draw more, so you're able to get, even though it's giving your opponent a little bit more dig, you're also helping yourself to get your Clarabelle more consistently.
Yeah.
But I think I was on just the other Donald Duck, the Detective Duck.
Oh,
to help ramp. But I love the play lines in this deck. Being able to shift into Baymax or Basil on 3 if you hit your ramp on 2, and singing Under the Sea at that time, like, you're almost guaranteeing you're not going to lose to an aggro deck, and you're not going to lose to most Amethyst still. If you're able to ramp like really hard and get to like singing Heads Held High Under the Sea, that also annihilates most Vorpal boards because their highest character is 3 or 4. So it's really good.
I don't think there's any 6 strength characters being played at the moment at all.
I've seen some people start playing Radigan in blue purple, but I think that's just as like, I think that's more as a mirror match breaker than it is like a blue green breaker. Yeah. But congrats to Jeremy. I know he was talking recently about trying to make a name for himself and not being just known as the guy that's on the podcast with Zahn.
Also, once upon a time, local to our area.
That's good, though. Let's see.
We go to Corey's list. Corey, this is Humble from Maelstrom. Finally breaking the shackles of Mufasa, as he so eloquently put it to me.
I'm surprised there's not one in here.
When we were comparing our list to...
Could you imagine he had to take 1 in?
That's some shit he would do.
Yeah. I was talking to him afterwards, and I was like, I'm glad that you did well in this event, because I know he mentioned like he got popular for Mufasa, so the new format and rotation was like his chance to finally set himself aside as something other than just a Mufasa player and reestablish himself as like a talent in the community, which I don't think anybody ever doubted his ability.
Yeah,
but
he should have put a Mufasa in this deck, and
he
it
was
was
just
hilarious.
attached to Lily Fossa, and Lily was adorable, so that's what people thought of.
We all love
but
Lily.
Everybody knows Humble is a good player. I've seen him play plenty of other lists.
Yeah, so basically for me, like I said earlier, this list is almost identical to my 60. Oh, he's only on 2 second star. So I was off on that. So he's just on develop and I was on vision, and then he was on Iago and I was on rider. I just felt more comfortable with rider on the draw because I didn't want to like pay 4 and then get hypnotic strength and feel like I just skipped a turn in the mirror because that feels horrible.
It doesn't feel good.
But I think Rafiki is the right call for 1-drop. I know a lot of people are on Royal Guard, the Squid Boy. I think being able to just guarantee 3 power and not have to have some sort of draw to get to 3 is a lot better. And then obviously the Basil 1-drop is great because it helps you win the evasive battles. Being able to stick your genie, your opponent sticks genie, and then you go Elsa, support, trade their genie, take out their genie, still quest your genie. You're just in such a better position, board state and resources. And it even helps with Dumbo because I feel like a lot of people are scared of Dumbo because they think it's like a crazy draw engine and they won't challenge with it. But I'm for one am not that person. If you play an Elsa and I have a Dumbo, I'm going to support it. I'm going to eat that out.
Clean it up,
So I think
the 1-drop Basil is quickly becoming the best 1-drop in the game. Like it just sits there and demands an answer at some point, and you just start thinking about it every turn until it goes sideways.
Yeah,
I remember I played a Basil and someone hazed it, and I was like, I bet you that felt good, didn't it?
I'm happy if you do that.
Yeah, but I also think that this. So for me, the reason why I was really big on Baymax, even though I elected not to play it in my final list, was because I was on 2nd star. I think being able to like challenge something with Elsa or like if you have an Elsa 1-drop Basil genie and like you're able to play that play line and then potentially move the damage off of your characters, you can like you feel more comfortable singing and leaving your characters exerted versus not having it. I also feel like it's really good on the draw. Excuse me. Because you're able to like use your characters to challenge down the board, play the Baymax heal, still get lore for the characters that you used to challenge essentially, and then the next turn you can challenge again and then quest the Baymax, heal the damage back off, and you're gaining 4 lore. So it's still essentially like you're questing two questers in that situation. So it just feels really good and really really smooth in the way that it helps the deck facilitate winning.
That's not something that I had thought about before. That Baymax is just a much better singer for 2nd star, being the 2/6. He's just more beefy. Him and TikTok, I think, really serve that role as well, while also being good in their own rights.
Yeah, I'm lower on TikTok than I am a lot of other people. I find myself thinking that card a lot, but whenever you can stick it, you can like stick it in like some of your bad matchups. You can like Elephant on 3 and then like TikTok on 4, and like that's your 2nd star, just because they're huge bodies. So
it's very hard to get rid of them.
Yeah,
just imagine TikTok like giving Amethyst Steel like fucking nightmares.
Yeah, I was actually the funny thing is I was talking to somebody yesterday about green purple or green blue, and I was like, you know what card is like terrifying right now as like a Blurple player myself is like the concept of a deck potentially running Go-Go's again, because I don't know how many times I've like
big booties.
I've like supported Elephant, like attacked into like a Bell or the Uninkable Scrooge that's a 5/5 and just like to clear it
5-6 damage on it.
If my opponent goes go like that's probably like enough to win. I'm not even gonna lie. So
mother's back my own go.
Yeah. But
I think throw some in my deck.
Yeah, for sure. Congrats to Humble for getting his invite.
For real.
Top 4 got invites.
Top 8.
Top 8 got invites.
Then, not sure William. I don't know if I've ever met this person, but
What is the Dumbo
This is
list?
the guy who got second, I believe.
yeah, this is a Dumbo Amethyst Steel.
Yeah, Dumbo Amethyst Steel.
So for me personally, I like the inclusion of Happy as a 1-drop when you're on Dumbo, just being able to have as many evasive targets to
More
burn that
fodder.
effect for Dumbo as you can. I'm also really big on Bell. I actually remember before this event, I was talking to Tanya, aka Panda, and we're discussing the purple steel lists that were in the meta, and a lot of them were only on like 1 or 2 Bell, and I was like, I just feel like you need to be on
That's
4 Bell.
crazy. Yeah, I was talking to Braden about that when he was on one of his lists, and he was just like, he was at 3, and he was like, I have to go to 4. I was like, 4 is just beautiful.
Yeah, just being able to move damage is like broken right now, and being able to, especially in a deck with a bunch of characters that are a little bit more susceptible to removal, challenging a Dumbo with Genie, or like challenging a 3/3 with Genie and then moving the damage to a Dumbo that's unexerted is like also really broken. So I just think it's like super necessary right now.
It is.
Yeah, Dom agrees. He says it feels like almost the best card in the meta. So
next to the Jafars,
shifted away from an Amethyst Steel at the moment.
But I mean, other than that, I feel like we saw a big shift back from Lilo to the Jafars.
Yeah.
I think just having the 2 quests in the extra power helps a lot more than just being able to like be a blanket +2 challenger.
Yeah.
So I think it makes more sense as of right now. If we
You're
get back
fine.
into, go ahead.
You're fine playing Jafar to like just be a 2-quester, where Lilo is a 2/2 quest for 1. It's a 1-drop if you're not using the effect.
Yeah, if you're not using the alien part, then yeah, the Jafar is just 10 times better.
I just also feel like it's justifiable too with the meta kind of slowing down, because I think a lot of people anticipated aggro being like number 1, and Lilo's much better in aggro since it enables more challenge. But I agree. Right now, I think Jafar is the way to go.
I know this guy was hyping up the Madam Skater yesterday or the other day after the event, because it looked terrible in the final. Every time he played it, the guy went Elsa Calhoun it like 3 times. It was brutal, but he was like, I would never not play it.
Yeah.
Forces them to answer it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the Basil. It's a 2-drop that just demands an answer. It just sits there all game.
It's like, also with this one? Oh, he didn't run it.
This is
Thiago. Congrats on joining SSG. We saw the news on that today.
Oh, nice.
But he did take first place at the 15K SSG event, and then first place at CCS with, I'm pretty sure, the same deck list.
First seed after Swiss.
Yeah. So
crazy.
Here we're seeing the heavy package of the illusions with Palace Guard and Raja and Cobra.
Nice.
Basically an illusion deck by all means. Including 4 Treasure Guardians.
He's playing a Jafar.
Yeah, he's also playing Jafar, so it's basically Jafar, the new better version of
Jafar. Chill.
It's not the one you want, it's the one we need.
Chill with that.
Heavy 1-drop package at 11, which is, I feel like we're seeing that more and more. We're literally just talking before we started the podcast about my buddy Dom's list, how he wanted to cut a 1-drop for something. I can't remember what it was at this point, but we were talking about that. And then just like we were talking about with the last list, cutting down the bells to like 2. I don't think it's the right call, but it's clearly working for Thiago. So
he actually played 1 at the SSG, and he went up to 2 for this event. But he called it a very cuttable card in his interview.
Gotcha.
Damn. Oh, wow.
That's impressive. I mean,
I was surprised.
With the illusions all being fairly overstated, I guess it's like not as necessary, but I just personally think the card's so valuable right now, especially like with preserving your board state and answer being able to have pseudo answers to Dumbos and other characters.
I like Bell a lot.
Yeah, Bella's
Playing
just
12 4-butt characters, it seems like plenty. That would be like my only concern.
Yeah.
And Bell herself counts.
Yeah, but congrats to him on getting first in 2 separate events. A very similar list in both, and I think it was you said something about he played 600 games without changing his deck list or something like that.
Wow.
I think that I saw too in the post of him joining SSG. He just started playing the game in March, so he's going to be a terror.
Yeah, 6 months of experience and already
conquering
events. It's really impressive.
People nightmares.
Love to know his TCG background.
And we're going to look at the Ink. I didn't follow this one at all. I will not lie. I was very busy playing our own events.
Every time I checked it out, it was on Infinity, and it was Hiram doing stuff, and I was like, I did not want any part of this.
Yeah, I know Wonderland won the Infinity format event over there with Blue Steel. So Kurt Spies, new member of Maelstrom, I believe, if I remember correctly. Amber Still, Bayou Hams.
I read that, and I was like, gonna thought we were gonna see the Bayou, but I don't even know if you can play or not. But it is not here.
Yeah, but you have Tiana though.
It's fair.
I just don't know what the hams part is. Oh, hamsters. I'm stupid. Yeah. I was like, I can't even think of a pig character.
Like, there's no pigs in this list. You're not even playing Piglet.
I mean, maybe Lawrence could be perceived. He is like a little heavier dude, kind of grimy.
Dog,
that's crazy.
Lion, man, reindeer,
ham,
turtle, duck.
But
that's crazy.
I think Kurt opted for that earlier. Just filter Mulan into Nala. Penny, yeah, this is it's traditional like Amber Still aggro that we saw towards the end of last format. Biggest difference is he's playing the Pluto bodyguard over the cheat out John Deere or the cheat out the Prince, which I think is fine. I think the Pluto is a menace. I had to find myself a couple times this weekend using support and support elephant or support TikTok to eat Plutos, and I was kind of putting myself in that situation where you're leaving so much damage on your character. It's just so easy to trade out with a hook or something like that. Yeah. So didn't feel the worst. And then Sven has been like the bane of my existence against aggro. I think that's such a good inclusion, being able to just like exert your character and then restand them, not letting your opponent have the opportunity to challenge them down or into the unknown them, however they have to answer the card is like.
I've been seeing it lately combo with the Nala to make sure she stays alive for that 3 lore game.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
The biggest thing that jumps out to me from this list of the others is that we are playing the Troubadour and not Mr. Arrow, looking to control the board a slight bit more. And then he included 2 more songs, I guess, to make that more value there.
Well, instead of a John Silver, you can use that card, One More Life Begin, and then you draw a card too.
Yeah. And then Troubadour having resist helps maintain characters on board. And then obviously same thing with Penny, giving something resist when she comes in, healing the damage. If they're trying to set up like a damage move list with Nick Bellin's list is interesting. Amber Still I encountered he made top 32. But being able to say lots of blurple. Top 4, 3 blurples, 1 Amber Still.
I don't mind it.
Blue like a turtle.
Just this one doesn't have Baymax in it.
Yeah, no Baymax, no good list.
And second star.
Yeah. So I think there's like this huge debate right now in like the Blurple space between what is better between Finders Keepers, Visions, and Develop. Just in like the standard play lines of the deck. I mean, obviously, this person saw a good amount of success with Finders Keepers. I personally prefer Visions. I like looking at 5 cards
Broken.
and picking the best card for the situation. Develop, being able to just filter the top 2 is also really good. I just feel like for me personally, I feel like Finders is like a heavy investment, and a lot of times you end up you end up having to do it in place of building more tempo. And I didn't find that to be enjoyable in the list. I'd rather play like, if I don't have Hades, when I'm getting to 7 ink, I'd rather find myself playing Elsa and then find Elsa and Visions, or Visions and then finding something else to like for like the next turn. Then
playing Finders Keepers. I tried this like 2 and 2 or 3. I didn't have much luck with it. I just wish I had more second stars at the time. Having that Finders Keeper, you're just sitting there like sick, waste 5, draw, and you're like looking at it, and you're just hoping that your opponent just passes right when you pass it to them.
To me, second star and Visions just work so well together because you can vision for it when you have the board to do it, and it just like makes it so you're not worrying about it or bricking it in your hand.
Yeah, and I do like the list though. I will say that I love more 4-ofs, less like 2 and 3 techs. Being at 4, like 8 1-drops, 4 Tipo, 4 Dumbo, 4 Genie, 4 Iago, 4 Mim. It's like just super consistent. Knowing you want to find those pieces. I know for me personally, I was on like less elephants, and it was sometimes you need it like in your aggro matchup, and if you don't find it off your mulligan, it's rough. But I also think having more 4-ofs also helps simplify your mulligan strategy too.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was any thought behind he's playing Royal Guard instead of Rafiki, so he wanted the keepers to like some kind of line. I don't know off the top.
Yeah, so I think the line with it is I don't even know. I was gonna say I think the line with it is to answer Exerted Elsa. You get like +5 from like the draw for turn, 3 for Finders, and potentially something else, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Could just be a preference thing too. I guess if you think about it, like your draw for turn plus Basil makes him a 4/2, so you can answer daisies a little bit easier. But
and then the hypnotic strength, he becomes like a 5. So like, right?
It could just be also. I feel like the second star tech came a little later in the development of it, so he just was more comfortable with the other way. Wanted to keep that up.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think between Rafiki and Royal Guard, the difference is like not massive, but it's not massive, but it's just a preference thing more so.
Yeah, and if anyone ever tells you guys, hey, cut to 3 Dumbos, just look at them and tell them no. I tried 3 Dumbos. It is absolutely the worst thing you could probably do. It is a 4 of or none of card. Just to let everybody know my experiences.
I'm very happy playing 3 Dumbos in red purple.
Red purple might be different.
No, red purple booty cheeks.
It's like Dumbo or
Blurple,
we can't play all these cards.
Yeah, Blurple though? Nah.
Jeez, not the 4-rower.
Here we go.
So we're seeing all the sauce here. We're seeing Aurora, Nala,
4 of the bodyguard.
ASBGA. I don't know what that means, but
12 bodyguards.
We did get first David Shabajan.
That ball was hitting.
I apologize for botching that. That bolt is not friendly. Having 4 health and 4, even though it comes into play exerted, that's super good. Oh, it's the Lumineers.
Shout out to Liam.
Hello?
Shout out to Liam for sure. I was
Great
actually
job, Catherine.
saw Liam in person. I didn't get to greet him, but I saw him post that he was a hat collector. So I'm gonna try to get us a hat
That'd be
and
cool.
give him a Team Ohana hat. That'd be nice.
He's always got to be professional, so we don't get to see him in the hat.
Crazy.
I saw somebody tweet that they saw him crawling under the table. And
Oh, I did see that tweet.
Don't put him on blast.
That's crazy.
No context there, but it was a funny conversation.
Bolt hiding behind 12 bodyguards seems pretty good.
He's got a question.
I was gonna say the biggest thing here is insulating all your play lines with bodyguards, which is something we love to see.
Playing the 2-cost song to get back a 2-drop.
Yeah.
He's like, this bodyguard's coming back, bro.
Yeah, I won't give in to get back your docs.
I'm not
Always
getting
ensuring
doc.
you have more draw.
But then
you're getting doc.
What is that?
He's
Rapunzel's
playing
Tower?
Doc, singing
right?
it, getting the bodyguard.
Rapunzel's
He's
Tower,
like-
just
he's
making
like, yeah.
all your bodyguards huge.
Nice, sick
Like
5'8"
what?
Pluto.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh,
07 Bolt.
I'm crying at that point. You're gonna slap that down, move your Pluto there. I'm probably just gonna pick my cards up.
Yeah, he doesn't even move the bodyguard. He just moves Bolt there. And then he's like, okay, you got through the bodyguard. Now what, bro?
yeah.
And then he plays another one.
It was a long walk around. That's crazy.
Understandable.
But I think like just in terms of spice factor, this list is just enough. It looks like a delicate tight rope was walked with the uninkable count, cutting down on daisies to fit the fire the cannons in. So I think it's fine. I feel like Daisy and like your Amethyst still matchup is a lot worse than it is in other matchups.
14.
Just because that deck's
16.
super character heavy and you don't want to give them a dock to outpace you.
Is my math wrong, or is that 20 uninkables?
2, 4.
That's the idea. He just goes
16,
Aurora
14.
into Tiana, into Bolt,
18.
into
That's
bodyguard 20. For the rest of the game.
That's 20?
Yeah.
Yo, that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a mulligan champion, bro.
He saw one inkable and he said, "I got it." Throwing everything else back.
It was reminiscent of the Amethyst Amber hyper aggro list,
Like
where you didn't really care about getting above four ink, so you kind of just stopped playing when you got there, or like stopped inking when you got there and just started playing cards.
I mean,
Compete interesting as well.
I think it's really good.
I'm assuming it stopped under the sea.
Yeah,
that's what I was like. Yeah, Green Blue is playing so many actions now. It's like 20 actions. Like
that's why we recommended Green Blue to Ashton, was because it seems like it's pseudo the new song deck. So
yeah, she loved it. So
playing your welcomes, Under the Seas, Heads Held High.
She made a lot of people crash. So yeah, I think it was a good pick.
A lot. We had to call judges.
Yeah, we had to call judges on a few like a
Thanks
few
for
people.
the big
people getting their feelings hurt.
Oh yeah, a lot. Like to the point where we had to get judges involved.
But
so
yeah, that sucks.
It's funny.
You want to bring in the star of the show?
Yeah, we can talk about the women's event. It was a 50-plus person 1K, I believe.
Yeah.
The CCS Sunday.
Won by
the champion here.
Champion.
Oh.
Hi.
Hola.
I won.
Great talk. You guys heard it here first.
All right.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
You guys made it awkward.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to talk about Saturday, or we're just gonna go straight to?
We can ignore my Saturday performance because it was really bad. I was I was really confident
short, right?
going into Saturdays.
The lead tier
really
decisions for Sunday.
Did you say I had B tier decisions for Sunday?
I said, how did it lead to your decisions?
Oh, I was like,
Sunday?
I thought you said because me and Matt talked about my deck choices on Sunday night after I won, and he was like, I would not have told you to do any of this.
You told me you told me you were playing a different list during the whole tournament, and I was like, what?
So I was super confident. I played Dumbo-less Amethyst Steel for the weekend because our group of people, how many people did we have? We had 11 people in our group, and I think only 5 of them had Dumbos. 6 of them had Dumbos. Something like that. It was really bad. So I opted to give up my Dumbos. Wait, is it rude to invite one of your guests to our stream on your stream? No, it's not rude.
Nah, go ahead.
It's not rude at all. But so I opted to not play Dumbos. To be fair, I also had only tested the Dumbo list like one time. And I was like, I'm not doing this. Because it was like 3 days, I think, before CCS, and I was like, not comfortable, not gonna do it. Went into next Monday if you're in. Yes, I will join next Monday. I will not go to locals and join stream. But I was super confident going into Saturday, and I was like obliterating Blurple and the mirror, and then I proceeded to get obliterated, and it was very depressing. So I after round 4 I dropped, and I just went and cheered on my friends because they were doing very well. We had 2 people. I think they all kind of said that we had 2 people that it was their first CCS experience, and Dom, the goat, literally had, I think, like the best performance out of everybody, and it was his first CCS, so he did really good. He did a lot of prepping. It was super awesome. I was like in crash out mode the whole time, just trying to be happy for everybody and thinking about how I wanted to play my Sunday list. So I woke up at 6:30 on Sunday morning and sat down at the kitchen table at our Airbnb and laid my deck out, and I was like, I don't like this card or this card, and I'll pull my list up in a second, but I think I changed. So Dom and I's list on Saturday was like 5 cards difference, and then I think I changed another 5 cards for Sunday because I expected to see a lot of aggro. I expected to see more than I did. I only played 2 aggro players. I will say that Skater Mim is so good. It is my favorite card. I will never not play it. It's my answer probably. That was scary.
Just being able to trade up is like super nice.
Yes.
I know from watching, you were able to like eat your opponent's Elsas and trade into Calhoun's and other like 1/4, like your opponent's guards. You were able to just like one tap them with Calhoun, and that was super impactful in your play lines.
I cannot imagine winning any of the games that I did without Skater Mim and Calhoun. Because I was literally just like eating people's boards alive, and my Calhoun, I was only having to swing one character, and so it was like really good, especially in the aggro matchup. I like hard mulligan for the Mim, Calhoun or Captain Hook, Calhoun, and Mim to like get the favorable trades to only have to like tap the 3, not have to worry about doing it a second time or taking 2 turns to get rid of a Tiana, which was like super important. I felt like, but yeah. I only played 2 aggro matchups in the ladies tournament. I think, what was my first matchup? Oh, my first matchup was an aggro matchup, and I was a little scared because I was on the play. I won the die roll, but then in game 2, she literally won by turn 4, and I was like terrified because I was like, I don't know if I can win game 2. And she was playing Fire the Cannon, so my Captain Hook was like irrelevant, which kind of sucked.
I can recap your thing from your post.
Oh yeah, cool, because I didn't pull it up.
Yeah, so round 1 it was aggro on the play. Round 2 it was Scar on the draw, Amethyst Steel Scar.
Mm-hmm. She was playing allies.
Then Ruby Steel Mushu.
That deck was terrifying.
That's scary.
Then Amethyst Steel versus Nora.
Uh-huh.
And then you drew with, I can't remember her name, Britt from Rules of Villainy. Mm-hmm. And then round 6 you faced Amethyst Steel Jasmine.
Yeah, she was playing the 5-drop. 5-drop.
Oh,
Jasmine?
5-drop, the one
The
that
steel
boosts.
one.
Yeah, boosts and gets evasive on your
Evasive
turn.
on your turn.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
top 8 was Aggro, Amber Steel. Do you remember her name? I know she's from the Fayetteville area. I can't remember off
It
the
was
top of my head.
Fox something on Melee. I don't remember her actual name. I'm like,
I know we met her at the set champ when we had to pivot heavy.
yeah, L-Man set champ.
And then top 4, you split cash with the other ladies. Margaret, thank you. And then I know you guys figured out a split that was a little bit different than a direct split because you and one
Me
other
and
lady
Britt
were undefeated.
going into Top Cut, and Hillary and Alice were X1 going into Top Cut. So
Yeah.
we split it a little more fairly. Technically, Britt was the only one that would have like taken a hit because she was first in seeding. And if she had gotten first, then she would have been the only one to actually get more money. And everything else was kind of like pretty fair for everybody.
Yeah. And Tanya in the last women's tournament, Tanya was the monster. They were all choosing not to split.
I
secretly was like, oh, who's doing it? We're not
I told
splitting.
them all after the fact that it was me, and they were like, Tanya, we knew it was you the whole time. I was like, okay. That makes me feel less bad. And so when we sat down to split, Britt and Hillary looked at me because Alice said that this was like her first experience being in Top Cut. She'd like never topped an event before, I guess, like of like this caliber. And she was like, I don't know how to do this. So you guys just kind of like tell me what to do and we can figure out a split. And Britt and Hillary just kept looking at me like, what are you going to do? Because if you tell us you're going to split and then you put down a red card, we're going to be so mad at you. So I told them that I would split. But Hillary was trying me. I know she's probably in the chat, or Chris is in the chat. Some of the Team Smash people are in the chat. But she didn't want the salty run back. She was scared of me. She was.
Sounds like
Clip it in the chat. Share it to her. She was scared of me. But Alice and Hillary didn't want to play for the poster. But me and Britt did because we obviously didn't get a chance to play, or we didn't get the card from the First Ladies tournament. So we were like, we want the poster because it was specific. I'll show you
I was
guys.
about to
It's
say,
really
if you
cute.
guys have it, yeah.
Oh no, hold on. Let me turn my background off. Meow meow. Maybe.
No, you gotta turn the screen off. It's the screen glare.
Yay! It's
a
a
nice
1 of
one.
1. It has
Says
the ladies
ladies
Lorcana thing.
champion.
Yeah. It's authenticated and everything, which is like super cool. But apparently the artist drew it specifically for the women's tournament, which was super cool.
Yeah.
So now I have to get a frame for it and put it up in my office.
Yeah. Funny while we were playing, Britt's husband leaned over to me and he was like, I really hope that this doesn't go to a game 3 because we have reservations at 8.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't think that I literally looked over at the judge during our game 2, and me and Britt were just like cackling the entire time. And I was like, you would never see this in the finals of like a regular tournament, because it was just like we were just having a lot of fun. And it was I feel like it's always like that at the women's tournament. I know it's only our second one, but like every round is kind of like that, and it's super nice. But
It is.
I'd love to see you guys play for 25K and keep that same energy.
I'm gonna go undefeated in a 25K too for the ladies. Let's do it. But yeah, so this was my list. Yeah, it.
It's a little bit of everything.
As Matt called it, it's my pile. Because there's a couple cards that I was just kind of like last minute when I woke up at 6:30 in the morning and I was like, I want to play that. Because of some of the things that I had issues with the previous day. So Namari, I just kind of thought, I always get to 5 ink, and then like I always end up, I could totally see Tanya joking in the finals of a 25K. Yes, I don't, it's irrelevant. Money's irrelevant. I just want to have fun most of the time. But Namari I thought was just like really good because I always get to 5 ink and then like I always feel like I have no cards in my hand, or I have like one card in my hand and it's kind of like a buns card. So I was like, oh, it helps me filter a little bit. And it's just kind of like a body quest for 2, has a good effect at start of turn. So that was kind of like my thought process there. I think I really only played Namari like 2 or 3 times, but when I did play her, she was very impactful. I cut White Rose completely, and I dropped Treasure Guardian to 2 because I played Happy's and Dwarves Mine, which was actually super clutch against the Ruby Steel player because I was able to get rid of her Lumiere because that card was I could not turn my evasive genie sideways because her Happy was gonna kill my genie, and that was like very terrifying. I cut Belle to 3, which was like a really hard decision for me because I was like very adamant that Belle was very good, but I think at 3 it was still really good. I was able to like get rid of a lot of Calhouns because I played 3 mirror matches, I think
it was 4.
4 mirror matches, and like Calhoun was just like a menace.
Technically 5, but 1 was the ID. So
yeah. Which would have been Brit anyways. So like we would have played each other twice had we played in round 5. And then I switched Lilos for Jafar's. That was something that Dom and I had kind of talked about because I was like, I like vividly remember repeating this over the weekend so many times that I inked Lilo more than I played her, but I did not ink Jafar, I don't think, a single time during the ladies tournament. I played him like every single time because the 2 quest is like really important, and then being able to I was giving my Cusco Challenger to like every time I played almost, and just like gaining a card, taking something out, which was like super important. And then They Never Came Back, or They Never Come Back was like my favorite card. I was trying to play this card in the main event like the whole time, and everybody kept telling me to take it out, and I was like, you know what? Nobody's awake to tell me no. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in, and it was actually really good against Ruby Steel. I was able to keep 2 things tapped down and draw a card, and I ended up drawing the card that I needed. I drew a Strength for turn, and then I was able to like wipe board essentially, and then like quest for game, different stuff like that. Like I don't know, They Never Came Back. Like being able to like essentially like pause 2 things and like draw cards is really good.
I feel like it'd also be like super relevant if somebody else was in the event was on like as heavy of an illusion package. Yeah.
It was super good. I don't know. I really liked it. The Dwarves Mine. When I played Alice in round 6 for seeding, she did not pay any mind to my Dwarves Mine. I think in game 1 or 2, I can't remember, but like it literally gained me like 10 lore. Like it was crazy. And it essentially won me the game. Because like by the time she had gotten rid of it, like
it was too late.
It was too late, yeah. So
yeah, I think that's something that we talked about too when we first put Happy in the list, and we were talking about not playing Dumbo. As I was like, if you don't play Dumbo, I feel like you should definitely be on Dwarves Mine, just because it makes it to where you can move your Happy, shoot the Dumbo, and then banish the Dumbo with the Happy. So it's good to see that go to use.
Yeah. I was really iffy on Dwarves Mine whenever because I had talked. I think Matt and Corey were like the 2 people that I talked to
it was unplayable when I talked about it the first time.
Yeah, well, I tried the list. I had tested it, but like, yeah, between Matt and Corey, I think those are the 2 that I like talked to the most about the list and like trying to like get it right for the main event for CCS. And I had opted to not play Dwarves Mine, but in the ladies tournament, I expected to see more aggro, and there was actually way more purple steel or amethyst steel than I had expected. Like I think most decks were amethyst steel. Like that was like the heavy representation. So
yeah. I feel like going into the event, I want to say in the last Ohana Boys episode, I said, if you want to win the event, I feel like you play either Blurple or Purple Steel. If you want to counter those decks, you play Blue-Green and build it for that. So I think knowing the Purple Steel is really good into Green-Blue, Sapphire Emerald, and Sapphire Amethyst. It was the best choice for the event. And I mean, it kind of played out that way. It took the ladies' event down, and it also took the main event down. So
Yep,
It's very
strong
matchup
bet.
dependent too, I will say that. But like I think you have a very you have good advantages if you like are able to sequence really well, which is like super important, obviously. But it was a good time.
it was good.
Good.
Sweet.
Sick.
We got
Gnarly.
Well,
Looks like Tanya's got another feature coming up on Monday. You guys should
oh
tune
yeah.
into Lumateers for
Yeah.
that.
Yay. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time.
Next
I
CCS, December. Only this format is going to go quick because we only have 70 days between release and Whispers in the Well coming out. So I
But
think,
before that CCS, we have Milwaukee.
But
Yes.
before CCS, we do have Milwaukee DLC, which we look forward to seeing as many people as we can there.
Because a
I
few of us
know.
are going to that. What?
Yes, actually,
3,
I think like
4, 5,
6 or 7 of us are going.
Good amount.
Yeah.
And if
you
you
know?
see Ohana, come say hi. We love meeting people and giving out stickers. They're my favorite.
Yep.
I'll bring them this time.
Crazy.
But yeah. Alrighty, well, that's all. Thank you for joining and tuning in. We'll see you guys on Thursday, maybe for Lorcana Overcooked, and I get to have fun, and Alaric gets to have fun, and we get to play fun decks.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good one.